Hi everyone, Angus Campbell here, Friday the 8th of July 2022. So hot on the heels of the stable update recently published. We're on to the Rocket 3 and as I stated in the last video, slight problem with it in that I was riding over to the BSA East Midlands Branch club night just over a couple of weeks ago before I went on holiday, and about 10 miles in I stopped at a petrol station to top up, and when I tried to restart it, it was proving to be a bit difficult, and then there was an almighty spit back through one of the carbs and through the air filter. Following that, I did manage to get it going, but it was predominantly on 2 pots, but occasionally chiming in on 3 if I gave it a few revs. So it's either got to be timing, spark, or maybe something's been dislodged on the petrol feed slide. Could have blown a needle off the seat or whatever. But anyway, a bit of investigation to be done. So I've started briefly by taking the plugs out. Didn't seem to be much difference between the plugs to indicate exactly which cylinder's at fault, but I did do a spark test on all of them, and there's no spark on the center cylinder, so that's why the seat's off. But I've only had the seat off a minute or two, and already we're onto a lead, because I don't know if you can see down there, but yeah, you can. There's the HT lead from the centre, that's feeding the centre cylinder, and you can see the leads popped out of the coil. We've had this trouble before, but it is close to the coil, so I reckon when you get a few revs on, it's probably arcing across it. So we've had this problem before, so as I say, so I think I'm going to have to put a longer HT lead on there, or just find out underneath the tank why it keeps pulling. So let's get that reseated and we'll fire her up and see how she is. Right, I've reseated the HT leads, plugs back in, checked the spark before the plugs went back in. That's all fine. So let's just give her a test run now. I've also done a few quick checks around the carb, make sure that the slides are riding okay, that the chokes aren't stuck down, things like that. The usual. We'll see how she runs now, and if we've still got problems, we'll take the carb rack off. So let's fire her up. Fuel's on. Usual tickle. He's getting a bit low on fuel, but we've got enough. Of course, these don't have the rocking arm for the central tickle like the T160s, but my fingers are just the right size to get in. Okay, choke full on. Quick prime. Ignition on. Okay, well, sounds all right to me. She does like a choke when she's cold, and she takes a little while to warm up, but that's normal for this bike anyway. So there we go. Well, that was an easy fix. That's a bit of a short video, but we'll take her out on a test run, see how she is, because we want to make sure she's all good to go, because I am taking her on the track at Beazle, but that's only to get some miles on her, really, to run her in. I'm just in the cruising stroke beginners at Cadwell. It'll still be fun, bit slow, but we need to continue getting miles on her. She's got about 250 miles on her now since the rebore. But hopefully you heard there that she sounds good. She's really quite top end. I did have a minor leak on the left hand side from a gasket, and I found that I just needed to tighten up one or two bolts just for the rocker boxes, and especially the Allen keys that are on the inside of the rocker covers. They were a little bit slight, but she's just been bedding in, and since I've done that, no more oil leak from the head. I have got a bit of an oil leak from the underside on the primary drive side, and I think I know what that is, which means that next winter we'll have the primary drive off, and I think it's probably from oil seals at the back of the primary drive, so oil is actually seeping into the clutch compartment, and it's got a small drain hole at the bottom of that, and I think that's where it's coming out. But nothing serious anyway. So it's dropped a bit of oil since I've been away, but again, not too bad. Okay, well, that was short and sweet, but we'll leave it there, and the next one will probably be for those people that love it, and for those that don't, it'll be on the Aerial 3. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. Thanks as ever for comments, interest, and any subscriptions, and see you all again soon. Toodaloo.